Welcome back, YouTube. So the last time we spoke, we were talking about Dogecoin and what would happen if it got to around that 7 cent mark on the recent rally. And historically, technically, after that 7 cent, we typically would run up here and touch this resistance. And that's why I was saying that this would put us around like 11 cent if we were to break past that 7 cent marker. But unfortunately, we got a rejection around 6.8. And we saw the battle taking place here literally when I was going with the pools of liquidity. It was literally a very strong battle here at around the 6.8, 6.6 to the 7 cent mark in order to prevent the Dogecoin from hitting that level, because there was a lot of buy orders on the other side of that that would have propelled Dogecoin even higher. So as of right now, it looks like we are consolidating to around like 6 cent level. And ultimately, even for the state of the market that we're in, this is not a bad thing just because of the way the macros are lining up. We are in an unprecedented time as far as for inflation and the basis point hike, which Jerome Powell has already given us the outline as far as what he's going to do for the rest of the year. And all that is not necessarily bullish news for the economy, for macros, finances in general. This is basically an admission, again, by the feds that we were wrong. Inflation is more aggressive than we thought it was. And we're going to have to amend our end of the year projections again. So we're going to end the year higher. And they said they're not going to make the mistake that they did last time. So they're going to keep the rates higher for longer, at least for mortgage interest rates. So this is really the only way they're going to have to be able to do that, which is basically put pressure on the economy to get people to stop spending. So we're going to see this confusion in the market, and more than likely that's going to translate to a sideways movement for most of the assets, including stock market and stuff like that, until we get some confirmation that the economy is improving, or that we've actually bottomed out, and we can have people come back in, and institutions as well, that will come back in and start taking longer positions. Look at the U.S. Treasury, the 10-year U.S. Treasury. Things are like inverted. It is just getting crazy what's going on right now, and this is going to cause a lack of faith in the market, and more than likely it's just going to cause confusion, and we're going to see this sideways trend. What is great though is that our support levels that we've been at and touched on several times before is still holding up. This is where Dogecoin likes to consolidate, is around that 6 cent level. It's not a matter of when some bad news comes out, Dogecoin dips down, and then some more bad news comes out, Dogecoin dips down even further, and it's like, oh, we were wrong, and look what we have to do, and Dogecoin dips down even further. That's not what's going on. Dogecoin's consolidating at around the 6 cent level, no matter what the news is that's happening. And if we do have a breakdown or shorts come in and they get it below that, what happens? It bounces back up to around the 6 cent level. So ultimately, this is I'd say, especially if you're long, or if you're waiting on like the next bull market, or you're waiting on a turnaround with the macros and the economy, this here, in my opinion, should be a target for making entries and DCAing, coin count, all that kind of good stuff. This here would be my target if my average was any higher than this current price action right here. This would be where I'd be trying to get in, because Dogecoin has shown that it is very resilient at these levels here. So, and we see the spikes and how aggressive they come in. When you start seeing those spikes to 7, 8, even 11 cent, that's going to put you up roughly around 90%, 80, 90% return if your average is around 6 cent. So it's not a bad thing to have your average down this low if you are indeed long-term on the coin. Of course, that's a personal decision that you're going to have to make. That is my Dogecoin price update. As always, like the video, share the video. Check out, we will have a link for them in the description section. You can get a bunch of free stocks with them when you enroll. And I will see you guys in the next video.